Hello guys, today I am doing a very special movie. I'm doing a very special video about a movie which is something I have never done before, but I'm doing it because I'm very mad at a movie that I recently watched. It was 100th year anniversary Disney movie. I think we should all like collectively just give up on Disney, but I love Disney, so as by the title, I'll be rewriting the 100th year Disney anniversary movie Wish. I have rewritten the entire plot, the entire characters to try to make it slightly better than what it was because it was quite bad. It was pretty terrible. It was awful. It was the worst thing that ever happened to Disney humanity. So let's get started. Okay, let's just jump right into it. Now, if you have no idea, Wish is a story about it's a very generic story about, almost like they just asked ChatGPT for a generic Disney movie. So that's what it is. Okay, it's like the most it's like the tipping point of many people. It was the death of Disney essentially, and it was just horrible. So, in the story, Asha, the protagonist, has a silly little fight with the villain, and then some crazy stuff happen, which is very unnecessary. And yeah, so that happens. And the story is not just bad for the writing. There are many aspects of this story, but I feel like a good writing is like the main part of the story, obviously, and it's just so sad considering Disney's legacy of unique and fun stories to coming to whatever this is. But anyways, we are starting off in my story, Asha, the protagonist, who is not a cute, calm, and dorkable character because we have had enough of those. Let's just go to a calm, sweet, and slightly underconfident character instead. Okay, thank you very much. Now she introduces us to Rosa, but instead of Rosa, but instead of the town which she lived in the original movie, which was just very happy, and I don't know why people were even like, I don't know, the whole point of this story is so bad. If you've never heard about this movie, just don't bother. It's the worst. It's probably even worse than you think. So it's about this pretty generic Disney movie, a sad so okay. So now the reason why I'm changing this village people from being like happy to unhappy is because of one major reason. This will actually tell us why Asha is so mad that Magnifico is taking the wishes away, because if taking the wishes away make the people happy, then why is there a rebellion in the first place? There shouldn't be. This movie is breaking my mind. But anyways, so basically, so that's why instead of that, why can't we just have them be unhappy for a change? Okay, we have had enough happy families. Okay, just make them unhappy. They're unhappy, and the reason why they're unhappy is, okay, they give up their wishes, so they give up their purpose. So they have no purpose to achieve in life, which is the reason why they are so unhappy. They have no reason to continue with their life. They have no purpose at all. It's so sad, so depressing. Yeah. So yeah, it might be a little depressing for a kids movie, but kids need to learn about all this stuff from a young age. So King Magnifico, now in this story, we'll make King Magnifico force the people to give up their wishes and make them think that it is for their good, but actually we as the audience and Asha, the protagonist, knows that it is not, because obviously giving up their wishes means giving up their purpose, and Asha is supposed to give up her wish the next day, because I feel like this turning 18 and giving up the wish is such an important thing in the beginning of the story, in the actual movie, but they never do anything about it. It just kind of exists in the background that, yeah, you are 18, then when you give up the story, like, when in Tangled, it was such a big thing that when Rapunzel turns 18, she'll just give up the, essentially she'll go and see the lights, which was her dream. And here it's just like, yeah, so she gives up, they give up their wish at 18 and nothing really happens. So here we are going to make her turn 18 the next day, and she doesn't want to give up her wish. That's going to be the thing. She doesn't want to give up her wish. So she goes to Magnifico, okay, not to be his apprentice, just goes to Magnifico. They have been trying to reach him, but he's finally agreed to meet her after 3 whole months. And she goes to talk to him to try to not take her wish and to give back the wishes to the people because they are very unhappy. But King Magnifico does not like to be questioned, because in this story, in my story, he is just plain evil. In the, like, unlike where in the movie, like, they couldn't commit to the idea of making him evil, but also couldn't commit to the idea of making him a complex character. We are just gonna make him evil, okay? He's just evil. He absorbs the powers of the wishes, because there's a lot of power in, like, the driving force of people who want to achieve their wishes and to essentially just do good in this world, like, essentially just achieve their wishes. This power that is there in them, this strength which is in people to achieve their purpose or to fulfill their wishes. When he just takes the wishes, he also kind of takes the strength. It's slightly hinted at here. So Asha is now trying to talk to him, like trying to make him realize, but instead he and then Asha also finds out about the dark magic book, but Magnifico is like, no, don't touch it. So that part is there, because we do need to establish that the dark magic part is there, because foreshadowing, it will come hand later, even in my story. But I've tried to make it less goofy, okay? Just try it, okay? Now, King Magnifico is in charge of the people, but he's very out of touch with the people, so he has no idea. So he takes all the wishes, boosts his power, and Asha finds out, and Asha is very angry when she finds out that Magnifico uses all the wishes for their own selfish reason. But Magnifico knows that he should Magnifico doesn't mind Asha finding out, because as we had established, she's underconfident previously, and it's like big joke that she'll never be able to do anything by herself, foreshadowing she will be. So yeah, so she's like, so the people, and Magnifico doesn't really care about her. She thinks no one will believe her, and so he just like, let's go. And also Asha cannot tell it in front of everybody, because she thinks no one will believe her, and she has this inferiority complex. I don't know what do you call it, underconfidence. She's very underconfident. And so Asha decides to tell her family, but her family does not believe her at all. So after that, now I am removing major characters here. The talking goat does not exist, because he was just annoying, okay? And I'm not also like King Magnifico's wife is not there in my story. I know a lot of people love the wife, but I'm not just adding her, okay? She was not that important in the story, okay? Not in my story, at least. So but after that, she goes and talks to her family, but her family obviously does not believe her. So she runs to the forest, because tomorrow is a wish giving up ceremony, and she doesn't want to give up her wish. And now when we get the I Want song, which she says she wants, she does not want. It's a not want song. Yes. Now then we find out about her wish, which is to help people achieve fulfilling their purposes and to give them back their purpose or their wish back. And that's her wish which she does not want to give up, because if she gives that up, she'll have no reason to continue her life. Yeah. Moving on, Asha then continues to wish, and she wishes on a star for hope, and then suddenly a star guy comes down. Yes, we are bringing back the original star boy from the concept art, and she's there, and he comes back to help Asha. And then Asha is opens up to him, and they have a really sweet moment when he's like yeah, I will help you. And Asha opens up on his underconfidence, and then he helps her to achieve, to open up all. And It's just a really sweet moment, and I feel like they could have easily done this in the movie, but they chose not to. Like, we could have easily had scenes of Asha opening up about how she's underconfident or she doesn't think she can help, and Starboy is like, I always felt like you, I always felt small. It's not until that I took responsibility that I felt like worthy and that I could do it, and I would love to help you, and we can do this together. I think I should write for Disney. Like, if you think Disney should hire me. So after that, Asha is too afraid now. Asha is too afraid to tell anyone because she doesn't think she can do it. But the star guy helps her achieve her purposes. Thank you. Star guy helps us achieve her purposes. Our star guy takes her to the place to help people. To help her open up and help her to tell everyone. But Asha, so they both go and they both open up to the town folk, tell them about it. Now you might be thinking, why Starboy just can't give them all a second wish? Well, that if you were not thinking that, now you are thinking that. Okay, think that. I'll give you a second. Yeah, so the reason why he's not doing that is because if he does that, he will disintegrate. Yeah, okay, that I said yeah at least 15 times. Yeah. So now Asha talks to everyone, tells everyone what is wrong. They don't believe him. Then Starboy, using his star magic power, shows them Magnifico's wish, which is to get absolute power and absolute control over everyone, over the people. And that's exactly when everyone realizes, and Magnifico also realizes that he's being threatened. So what does he do? Because he wants absolute power, he decides to do what he swore he would not do, because he thought that it will be too much but for him, because dark magic consumes people. But he's sought to dark magic and decides to, because he feels that the star will overthrow him and take over. But he decides that if he has dark magic and he's strong enough, no one will be able to overthrow him. So that's exactly what he does. He overthrows he takes over dark magic, and now when everyone is going to rebel against him, he does what he does best. He manipulates them and brainwashes them into thinking that he has changed, and he asks for forgiveness, and he asks everyone to stay calm, and he will give them back their wishes. It's just an elaborate trick to tell everyone to stay calm so he can make everyone forget about what they just learned. And he will only do it in one condition. He tells everyone that he'll give them all back their wishes in one condition, that is if Starboy leaves. And Starboy agrees, but Asha does not really believe Magnifico, so she heads back to the tower, where she finds out that he has used the dark magic book. Reveal. Yeah, I don't know if this is slightly better than Wish, but I hope it is. So Magnifico does what he does, and our brainwashes and now all of them are calm. Asha confronts Magnifico, telling the truth, but Magnifico is now mad, and he captures everyone with his dark magic and to control them, because he's just a controlling narcissist, and tries to make everyone forget what happened. And it's all very sad because no one, and all of them have telling them, okay, essentially telling that you have no purpose in life, because I have already absorbed all the power from your wish, and now I cannot do anything. And the reason why the wishes made Magnifico so powerful in the first place, because there is so much power in people's wishes, and the driving force of people to fulfill their wishes and achieve their purposes. That's when Asha realizes something, that Asha and Starboy realizes something, that if everyone has the wish back and everyone gets another wish, they might have enough power all together, everyone together, to overthrow Magnifico. But the only way they can get wish back, if Starboy disintegrates, sacrifices himself, and gives everyone back their wish, because Starboy cannot defeat Magnifico. He's tried, but Magnifico is just captured him, and he cannot use his magic. So the only thing he can do is willingly disintegrate, give everyone their one wish back. It's very sad and emotional, because we have Asha and Starboy obviously had that love connection. but that's and like that and now everyone has the power, they have the strength, and they right now at this moment their only wish and purpose is to defeat Magnifico, throw the tyrant king out of the kingdom and take back the kingdom. That's exactly what they do. And Starboy, while disintegrating, just tells Asha to fulfill her wish, which is to help everyone, but to fulfill their own wishes. Yes, it's a wish. And after that everyone does that with Asha leading, and they all defeat Magnifico in a very epic battle, which I can't uh, tell you. I need to show you, but I cannot animate it. Maybe Disney can do that. Hey Disney, are you listening to me? Do that, okay? Animate that. And the story ends with Asha helping everyone to do what they want to, and now as there is no more magic, they'll have to work hard to do it. And that's how the story ends. Is it better than Wish? What do you think? I think it is, because Wish was just so garbage that anything will probably be better than it. Like, it's competing with the Emoji Movie, okay? Now I feel like I solved some problems. The protagonist had a reason to do all of this because the people were unhappy. The villain had a motivation that he wanted absolute power because he's a controlling narcissist in this version of the movie, which you might argue he was in the earlier version, which is the Disney version of the movie. But in the Disney version, he controls people and to keep them safe for real. The plot is so confusing. He takes the wishes up willingly, like the people give their wishes up willingly. Here it's forceful, like you have to give back the wishes, you have no choice. But there it's like you can give up the wishes, and there the wishes, like literally they don't symbolize anything. I think here I like kind of wanted it to symbolize like strength of people, the willpower and all. Hopefully that worked. So, and also there are no more characters because there were literally nothing to go off of, because they literally gave us no other characters probably in the movie. So these two characters are literally the important one, and it's important we focus on them. So what did you think about this movie? Hope you guys like my version of it. At least little bit more than the original version. If you do, then let me know in the comments, and I will definitely make another video on a different movie. And this was kind of fun. Tell me if you like more videos like this. I do want to make one on the Emoji Movie, so let's see. Okay, bye guys, thank you for watching and listening.